Law Simplified with Justice, the new informative, educative, and thought-provoking program is what you need to keep abreast with law and politics. This exciting and truly refreshing program is anchored by Justice Maduforo, a solicitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a soul-searching discussion here with my colleague. We've been dissecting sole responsibility under the individual rule, those under 18 and those above 18 years of age as well.
Law Simplified with Justice understands that law is a powerful driver to human behavior. It is therefore poised to simplify the law and get you to take action.
Bring it to your doorstep and simplify it the way that you will understand.
Contact Justice by calling 07931 727 597 or email lawsimplifiedwithjustice@yahoo.co.uk. Law Simplified with Justice, bringing the best to the audience.
In this program, I bring diverse topics to discuss with you and share my view and opinion. The essence of this program is to bring to fore the issues of the law that are at times not readily available to individuals. But as a result of that, individuals are following foul of the law. This program brings to fore, therefore, these issues of the law whereby we must look at it and engage. It is not an illegal advice, but it's to get you to take action. It's to get you to take action. Because ignorance is not an excuse in law. However, it's important that you understand it and engage. Last time on this program, last week, we introduced a topic that is very important, that affects every individual, no matter high or low, medium or nothing. As long as you are on the soil of this country, the United Kingdom, you must abide, and it affects you. And the topic we discussed last week was money laundering. The Money Laundering Act is very, very powerful. It affects everybody. Last time I had a counsel with me to share opinion and view about the segments, offenses that come under money laundering. Now, the United Kingdom is very particular to deal with issues of money laundering. For the purpose of this program, I will not be discussing other issues that had to do with money laundering, but strictly streamlining to discuss the offense and the defense. The regulation is there to regulate big organizations and how they have to spot such transactions and take normal steps and checks. That is not the purpose of this discussion today. However, what I'm going to be discussing here is regarding the offense itself, the defense to that. Because, as I said, because of the extensive experience I have had dealing with issues of this nature, it's therefore important to bring it to the wider community to understand when they need to take action. Now, money laundering I discussed last week. We discussed the very first part of it. One of the sequences and the causes, one of the sequences and the classes of money laundering. One we discussed last week was the issue of assisting another to retain the benefit of crime. That was the first one. Now, the second basic factor of this money laundering offense, the second one is what I'm going to discuss today, and that is acquiring, possession, and use of proceeds. Acquiring, possession, and use of proceeds. Now, the money laundering is very wide. It brings people in even when they don't know they are in. And that's why I said it's important to bring this to the wider community, because this affects the low and the high. The law is no respecter of persons. And if you fall foul of the law, the course of the law will take its action. The issue now is whether or not in its taking its course will be detrimental to you. The question is the offense being created. Has offense been established? The second part is your defense. Now, in the criminal proceedings of the United Kingdom, and I'm sure elsewhere in other countries, where I've dealt extensively with cross-border crimes of this nature and cross-border money laundering of this nature, I've come to realize that the offense itself is one thing. The other part is the defense. And I think I want to bring this to you, even if you know that you are not involved in any of this, neither yourself or your friend or anybody. However, you need to take action even if this is going on at the moment. Because there are certain people, when this is going on, they are ignorant of the fact that it is going on. But it's only when the arrest is made by police and then they realize that they are actually committing the offense. And this is a very pathetic aspect of it, and very pitiful, if I may use that word. Because at that point, they are innocent, as they will put it. But along the line, the offense has occurred. Now, the Process of Crime Act deals with these issues. Now, to start with, what is money laundering, people may ask? This is just a way of discussing illegitimate earnings, to conceal illegitimate earnings. Now, there are so many of this. The Serious Organized Crime Agency have come to realize that most of the money laundered in the United Kingdom come from overseas, different part of the country. And people receive this by way of funds. People receive it in the United Kingdom by way of property. People dwell on it. People engage in its actualization and realization of such funds. And that is where the second topic, five basic offenses, comes in. Now, it is not the individual sometimes that commits this offense that faces the music. It is the end user, which is the middleman or the man who has received this from the source. Because the Serious Organized Agency in the United Kingdom have come to also realize in its research that most money are laundered from overseas, sent down to the United Kingdom, and are diverse through different means of people who live here. As a result of that, in order to discuss the income, in order to discuss where it's coming from, I'm not going to be dealing much with where it's coming from. Today, for the purpose of this program, is the offense itself created. And then what is your defense? As I said earlier on, I have dealt extensively with matters of this. I have great experience dealing with issues of the defense, both in litigation and defending suspect in this circumstance. Ladies and gentlemen, the first start for us with the police investigated. And that starts from the police station. Arrest is made. The person suspected who have acquired this property. And then interview is taking place. Afterwards, police investigate further to determine whether there's evidence on the face of it to charge or not. Once there's face of evidence to charge, the next step that takes place is the charge. The charge takes place, and then the matter will be before the magistrate court as to whether or not this matter is suitable to be dealt with the magistrate court or in the crown court, depending on the volume and value of the money laundered. As a result of that, the matter proceeds from there for the defendant or the suspect turned defendant to now indicate his or her plea, whether guilty or not guilty. But let me start by saying that if you are involved in an offense of this nature or on the investigation or your relative, even going on in court at the moment, it's important that you understand that seeking proper, well-tailored advice will assist you to prepare the case. Now, what am I saying about this? I come down to deal with the issue of the police station. Then once an arrest is made, that is at the police station. That is the very first place these proceedings take place. And it's important, a very crucial point. The police station stage is where matters are harnessed. Caution is very important because most people arrested at the police station, even who have attended voluntarily or not, or arrested, they don't understand the basics of that. Caution is important at the police station because whatever you do say afterwards will be used. Sometimes you say nothing, it will be used against you. And sometimes whatever you do say, that faces the consequences. And if you decide not to say anything, there's also repercussions and consequences. That's why it's important for you to have a legal representative at the police station to deal with this. I am a solicitor, as I said earlier, and I've dealt extensively with cases of this nature. From the police station, I will advise you free of charge in any way in the United Kingdom, free of charge under the Legal Services Commission scheme. I'm a duty solicitor, and I'm entitled and empowered to represent you free of charge at the police station anywhere in the United Kingdom. Take this number, you may need it in the future, and give me a call, and I will advise you and take up your case and advise you appropriately. The police station stage is very crucial. Remember that. And whatever you do say there, or you don't say there, or you refuse to disclose there, might be detrimental to you. So moving on from there, it's very important you understand that. Please do not ignore the fact that you need a solicitor at the police station, even if you know that you have nothing against it, because that is at the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, the lines will be open now, or rather the lines are open now. The reason why I open this line is a live broadcast. You may want to call me. If you do not want to share any information, you call my mobile number after the show, which is showing on your screen, or email me. And I'll give you the number is 07931727597, or the email LawSimplified@yahoo.co.uk. Ladies and gentlemen, as I move on from there to discuss this issue, police station stage is essential. I advise you and I recommend strongly do not go into the police station all by yourself. You must need a legal representative, no matter the kind of offense, but especially of complex offenses of this nature. Money laundering, proceeds of crime, is important that you understand that. So the second stage, as I said earlier on, is that of assisting another to retain the benefit of crime, which is the first one we discussed last time. And we're discussing acquisition, possession, and use of criminal proceeds. Now, because people that launder monies are not the ones that deals with it. They send it across to people innocently. And those who receive it. And once they've received this money, obviously, money is very tempting, and certain individuals tend to be happy to receive this. And I've come to realize statistics show that a lot of people, for instance, people who are financially down, they tend to have an opportunity to receive such money because it creates an avenue to make money. But the repercussion is more grievous than the receipt of such money. Sometimes people claim the innocence. The innocence of receipt of such money, it is not on itself the defense. You must go further to show that innocence.
Law Simplified with Justice, the new informative, educative, and thought-provoking program is what you need to keep abreast with law and politics. This exciting and truly refreshing program is anchored by Justice Maduforo, a solicitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a soul-searching discussion here with my colleague. We've been dissecting sole responsibility under the individual rule, those under 18 and those above 18 years of age as well.
Law Simplified with Justice understands that law is a powerful driver to human behavior. It is therefore poised to simplify the law and get you to take action.
We'll bring it to your doorstep and simplify the way that you will understand.
Contact Justice by calling 07931 727 597 or email lawsimplifiedwithjustice@yahoo.co.uk. Law Simplified with Justice, bringing the best to the